My name's Nick Sanders and I'm an adventurer, and I've been adventuring for nearly 40 years, since 1981 when I bicycled around the world. And most recently I set off to motorbike around the world on Yamaha's new flagship adventure bike, the Tenere 700. I set off from the UK, from London, and rode across North America, Central and South America, and got as far as Sydney, and had to abandon the project because of the pandemic and come home. So, being a storyteller, I needed a new story, and so I scratched my head, thought about it, and as it happens, I've got a canal boat, narrow boat, unsupported by progress, and with this particular boat I sailed on the longest narrowboat journey in the world from the Black Country to the Black Sea 28 years ago. So I've got my toys, I've got my tools of the trade, and along with my wife, Dr. Caroline, who's got her own butty, we decided to create a story called The Secret Highway. The canals and the inland waterways and rivers of Britain, and in particularly England, really are a secret highway. And so I thought I'd put my motorbike on the tug deck of my boat, because on a motorbike there are also secret highways. You can ride to places where not everybody goes. So we've got the dualism, if you like, the two ideas coming together. And so this is my latest adventure, and we're going to do blogs and vlogs and all sorts of things on my channel, on Nick Sanders TV, and you're very welcome to join us. So I hope you enjoy the story. Thanks.
It's a good place to walk, to fish, to cycle, to go boating, and enjoy the closeness to the water, the relaxation that you get slowing down in life. 4 miles an hour on the water, a little bit faster on the bike.
Roger Fuller has a boatyard in Stone, Staffordshire, and is one of the greatest canal boat builders on the cut, and was responsible for building Caroline's butty 8 years ago. He's since retired to run his museum. But this was where we sort of started this secret highway journey, and it would take us maybe 8 months just to do the first bit. Once the bike was on board, of course, we'd set sail. In the way I've bicycled around the planet a couple of times, I then set up my life to motorbike another 750,000 miles as I went a further 8 times around the world. And in between all of this, I also got involved with canals and made my mark there by creating the longest narrowboat journey ever, by sailing from the Black Country to the Black Sea. And there is that brief moment of reflection where you wonder if what you want to do in life can actually be done. Then you go and do it. I had to steer 2 boats strapped side by side across the English Channel, and I knew it would be a tricky endeavour. That had never been done before, a breasted pair of traditional narrowboats being sailed across the busiest shipping lane in the world. There was a secret world I wanted to discover, and for the first time in my life I decided to slow down. So me and Mrs. Sanders, we went on a little journey. So we're going around the canals for 8 months, and what does this journey mean for you?
Well, just thinking about it, it's actually the first time we spent a bit of time together, because you've been away for a long time, so it's nice to have you to me. Also, well, as usual, to cook, bake, which I love, try and use local, foraged fruit, do a bit of scrumping, and also find some local food providers. Little tiny local butchers.
I love a Lincolnshire. They're particularly fat and meaty and chunky and...
It's amazing how much fruit just is on the trees. I know it's like stating the obvious, but when you're actually in the countryside and in the middle of nature, you see it, don't you?
Yeah, well, I've got eyes for it anyway. I've always seen it all my life. That's what I've been taught to look for. So I know what to look for, and I know what signs will tell you that there's something close by. Well, I'm going to give them a little wash, and then I'll just boil them up, take all the little bits and bobs off any spiders, add a tiny bit of sugar, a bit of lemon juice, and then boil and boil and boil them until they make a beautiful jam or a jelly. I'm not sure which yet. Jellies are more difficult than jams, but make a pie, have it for breakfast on some lovely homemade bread. So damsons and blackberries are the easy ones.
So you're foraging and cooking, and that's the kind of things that excites you, really, isn't it? And looking for local providers.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm very much a transport kind of person. I'll be, sailing the boat because I like doing that and pulling you along. And I'm going to go on my bike, obviously, and look for the back roads. And I'm trying to discover what this secret highway really means, what the back roads really means. Those little places which we all like, but we don't always know about, and see if we can discover them. That's what it is for me. So yeah, it's going to be good.
As well as sourcing hidden away local food suppliers, I also wanted to know more about the heritage of the canals and also drovers' routes where I can take my bike. Anything that I think we're in danger of losing sight of. So my quest was finding experts who know so much more than me.
They came into existence 200 years ago, right? They're with us in Britain, they still work, and today, 200 years on, we can still use them. So it brings the past and today together, right, where people can appreciate them, appreciate the engineering, how it was designed, how it worked, and enjoy themselves at the same time.
I love your garden. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. So if you want to see more programmes, well, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks.